tonight we're talking about the Ozarks Area Racers Foundation reunion and Hall of Fame, the 36th annual. This was a great event. Bill Fry, this was his car, what I understand. He was the keynote speaker. Had a lot of fun at this event yesterday. Just going to go through some of these cars here that I took photos of. If you didn't get a chance to come out and check them out, come back out next year. There were some great cars there. I just loved. It'd been a long time since I'd seen that KTTS logo. Really enjoyed that. This, of course, this is the iconic purple Buick of Les Freeby. He come over to me. I didn't even know that it was him. Walked over to me as I was checking this out, and I heard somebody say, "Let me tell you who them autographs are." And I turned around and looked, and it was Mr. Les Freeby. So he was telling me, Carl Edwards, Kenny Wallace, Mike Wallace, stuff like that. But some of the ones that were really cool was Harry Gant. You had there Tony Stewart, but had Bobby Allison on here somewhere. Somewhere on here was Bobby Allison also. But a lot of Mark Martin, great autographs here. Carl Edwards, really cool. And he told me that what he did was he had these drivers. There's Bobby Allison. Autograph it in a magic marker, and then Marty Denny, of course, the artist behind all the artwork for the Hall of Fame, painted them on there. So the real signatures of a lot of legends that have been there on that car. And there is a look at the timeless Mr. Lester Freeby. It was really cool to get a chance to have a photo with him. Great guy. Not often would you see two Larry Phillips tribute cars together, but good look at a pair of those. Of course, this is the prettiest girl there, and the only girl willing to take a photo with me, because I guess she's not old enough to know any better yet. But my sweetheart, Miss Danny Aziz, there taking a photo. And of course, Austin Aziz took a picture with me. I made him. Some of the other just really cool cars that we looking around there. Just scroll through some of these. I love the paint job on that. This was a Angela Ashworth, I think who that was. Yeah, Angie Ashworth here. Miss K. I like this car. Then on the back says, if you can read this, you just got passed by a girl. Of course, Jimmy Van Zant's car. Bud McKee's car. Now, I know that's going back quite a ways. Ian Weedbaker, how are you, sir? Of course, the very cool granite there for the Ozarks Area Racers, the legends, the pioneers on both sides. Now, Marty Denny isn't only a great artist, he is a sculptor. He puts together items, and these are actual things that he has carved out, meticulously made. The Larry Phillips and Ken Essery. Here's the Mark Martin hauler. These, I wish he would put these up for sale, something like this, but I bet he puts a ton of work into them. It would never do it. But you see here, this is, they were just about, a foot long, something like that. And it's the sides here. This is Lester Freeby's 55 Buick. And then David Goldsberry's 69 Chevelle. And then the one that would sell like crazy, of course, the Larry Phillips, the beat up side of the car there. Just an amazing artist. And here's another Larry Phillips sculpture. Marty Denny, that's really cool stuff to check out. Here's another one of the part of that Larry Phillips area. Some of the artwork. There's the old purple Buick of Les Freeby's. Some more of the artwork on the back of one of those tribute cars. Here's Chip. Chip Abramovitz did a fantastic job. I can tell you a lot of speakers at this event, but Chip may have been the most entertaining. He certainly knows how to engage a crowd and did a good job. And this here, you see little Danny Aziz throwing a... Look at, I'm going to show you. Let's go back to that one more time here. Look at this. Look at this form on Danny Aziz. Look at that. The follow through. Woo! You can tell she's got brothers that are athletes here. And look, some of the kids throwing. Here's Dylan and Austin Aziz start chucking some shirts like they're... Dylan's throwing it like he's mad at somebody. They were whizzing them. Nobody here in the front row stood a chance of getting some shirts, but Heather Van Cleve rolled those up, did a great job making those into projectiles that the kids could throw. So a great time last night at the Ozarks Area Racers Foundation Hall of Fame. Congratulations to everyone who was inducted last night. Talking about racing, NASCAR racing. Well, they could not possibly get this Busch Clash at the Coliseum any more screwed up than they have gotten it over the last 2 years. The first year, relative success. It was a really neat novelty. They paved the inside of the LA Coliseum, really, really tiny, but there was some interest in it. Last year, I think they had it on Easter. It seems like, or some reason that stands out, but I don't know if that's right. Probably not. But it was a terrible draw. Nobody, like I said, I think before, there might have been as many people on the infield working with the between the racers and the crews and all that as there were in the stands. It was terrible. So this year they said, well, we're going to give away free tickets to all the qualifying and all the lead up to it. That ought to get some interest. Well, whatever success that might have had, they screwed up by expecting rain today and saying, we'll just do it a day early. Nobody was there. Nobody. I mean, you can't move a race. You can move it back a day, but you can't do it a day early. I would like to know how many people who had tickets for it for today and planned on flying in yesterday missed the event. But the NASCAR Mexico Series, King Taco, La Batalla en El Coliseo. Daniel Suarez did not qualify for the NASCAR one, but he, of course, came into the Mexico Series and lit it up, held off Santiago Tovar for the win. Alex de Alba rounds out your top three, so Daniel Suarez with the win at the King Taco, La Batalla en El Coliseo. I just like saying that. And there is a look at Daniel Suarez driving the 99 car. That is a wicked cool trophy. That is a really cool trophy for sure. Then over at the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, Denny Hamlin with a win, followed by Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. Blaney kind of the odds-on favorite to win the championship again this year. Kyle Busch, my guy, said second place sucks. He's right. And Denny Hamlin, always the crowd favorite, always knows how to elicit some warmth from people, said, I beat all your favorite drivers again. What a jerk. I should be more diplomatic in this role, but I just can't with him. So Denny Hamlin takes the win there, Kyle Busch second, Ryan Blaney third. Monster Energy Supercross, this was an early race yesterday, so hopefully some of you that are still holding out, not getting Peacock app, got a chance to watch it. I will tell you, if nothing else, that you can get all the stuff, you can get all the races, you can get it on replays. Here's what was really cool. This morning, they put together a highlight package on the Monster Energy Supercross. I was planning to watch the whole thing, and after each race, they put together a highlight show that's about 20 minutes long, and it was the highlights of the whole race, not just little snippets, but pretty good little chunks. 20 minutes, saw the heats, saw the transfers, saw the mains. It was awesome. So I'm not getting anything from Peacock. Gosh knows I wish I was. But Monster Energy Supercross was on at 2 o'clock yesterday in Detroit. This is the 250 heat, opening heat, and this is what chaos looks like. This was a disaster. Half the field goes down. This is in the main event. And you can see that wreck starts right here. Tom Vial. Here's Hayden Deegan. Watch this 751. This guy gets the worst of it. Pow! Against the fence. He's got this guy on top of him there. Half the field was down. This is what Hayden Deegan's handlebars look like. This is his throttle hand, of course. Really makes it tough to try to ride with one handlebar down like that. Already coming up. It's not time yet, Brady. Already having had a serious wrist injury, a broken wrist in the off season. He was just coming back and then had that yesterday. So a tough time for him. But from Nevada, Missouri, Austin Forkner, I saw some people saying this year could be his year, that he looked really good. And I saw somebody even picking him to win the 250 East Championship. I was very doubtful. But he looked fast yesterday. No crashes for Austin Forkner, so that's a huge improvement over his previous years where he's broken collarbones, lacerated his spleen, I think it was, tore up his knee. He hasn't been able to hardly race more than a race, sometimes not even a full lap before he's gotten hurt at the start of season. So to start this one off with a win is huge. Austin Forkner takes the win. Max Anstey from Britain second. Daxton Bennick, kind of a new rider. Cody Schock, Pierce Brown, Jalek Swoll on the Triumph. How about that? Triumph, this was their debut in the Supercross Series. Top 10 in 6th place for Triumph. Pretty cool. Chance Hymas down here, and Deegan, your defending Super Motocross champion, finished about 16th a lap down. 450 class, Jet Lawrence just was ridiculous fast yesterday. I think he won by he was up as much as 6 seconds in lead out front early on. Jet Lawrence gets the whole shot, takes the win, never even challenged. Chase Sexton second and Ken Roczen third. You got Australia, U.S., and Germany there in the top 3. Hunter Lawrence with a pretty good finish. Webb, Anderson, Plessinger, your 4, 5, and 6. Eli Tomac looked pretty good, faded. I think his age plus the Achilles tendon injury. He may have spots of success this year, but I think we're kind of looking at the twilight of that. So enjoy watching Eli Tomac while you still can. Now, going into next week, 450, Chase Sexton with a 1-point lead over Jet Lawrence. Aaron Plessinger will give up the red plate, drops back to 3rd place. Cooper Webb 4th and Jason Anderson 5th. That rounds out your top 5. 250 East, Austin Forkner, of course, your points leader, with this being the first race of the season for them. They have about 3 weeks off as the series moves back to the West Coast. 250 West riders will be back. This gives these fellas about 3 weeks of recuperation time. Moving over to some of our racing, dirt track racing around the country. Alltech Raceway, Lake City, Florida. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Tim McCready with the win last night, followed by Dalton Wilson and Ryan Gustin. Friday night, the night before, Ricky Thornton Jr. took the win. Devin Moran the second, and Hudson O'Neal third. Ocala Speedway in Ocala, Florida. Going back to Tuesday night, that Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Ricky Thornton Jr. took first, Tyler Erb second, and Devin Moran third. That's a big group of really talented racers that travel around with that. And then last night, the Mod Light Stars. I talk about this because Valley Speedway super racer Dylan Rafferty down in Ocala, Florida takes the win in the Mod Light Stars. Congratulations. Kansas City area racer. So we'll kind of lay claim to him. Dylan Rafferty, congratulations on a win last night at Ocala Speedway. Wedding over the weekend. You're not looking at that wrong. That's a beautiful, I left it big like that because you see it's just a beautiful location there. If you watch dirt track racing, especially the sprints, you know Rico Abreu. Rico is a bad dude. He is a bad dude and super cool. Races for Kyle Busch's team. He got married yesterday to this pretty girl. He's a great dude. Look at this. How cool is that? The dog in the tuxedo. Congratulations, Rico Abreu. Really cool. Really cool. I know that our buddy Nicholas Bradshaw from Lebanon is partially sponsored by Rico. So really cool for him. Congratulations, Rico. Good to see that. That's going to do it. We'll be back here Wednesday night talking about the schedule coming up. We're going to be talking a whole lot about the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame that's coming up next Saturday. So we'll be back here Wednesday night, 6 p.m. You can send me an email at orptvmedia@gmail.com or shoot me a text, 417-872-9854, especially if you have any kind of questions about the Hall of Fame event coming up Saturday. That is the Oasis Convention Center, the old Howard Johnson's on North Glenstone between Kearney and I-44 on the east side of the road. There'll be signs up there. We'll tell you more about it on Wednesday. It's $20 to get in. If you were at the Hall of Fame event yesterday, I plead with you to come out and check this out. I couldn't be more proud of it. Austin Aziz will be doing the pre-ceremony introductions, and we have a great group going in. It's a lot of fun. $20 to get in, 12 and under free. Got t-shirts and free items. It's going to be a great time. Next Sunday, I'm going to tell you this in case you're just a Sunday watcher. We will be live an hour early. I will be on here live at 5 o'clock. There's only one thing that could get me to adjust the schedule, and that's 49ers in the Super Bowl. Niners taking on the Chiefs next Sunday night. Game is about 5:30, so we will be on live at 5 instead of 6. 6 o'clock, you'll still be able to watch it, but I'll be upstairs hopefully celebrating some Brock Purdy touchdowns and Christian McCaffrey touchdowns. 5 o'clock next Sunday, but we'll be here 6 p.m. Wednesday night. You guys have a great weekend. Joe Burke, good to see you, my friend. I love you guys. I'll see you next Saturday, Joe. Thank you so much for joining us. Be good to each other. For ORP TV, I'm Stagg.